Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Grim Report. Good, I hope. I see there's just me who's watching, so. Gonna talk a little bit about how I got into the paranormal. I'd always been interested in the paranormal. I've always thought it was something I would get into. So, I didn't do much of anything when I first started YouTube. When I first started YouTube, I had maybe 10 views, 10 viewers. Don't get me wrong, I had a lot of views. I only had 10 subs, if you want to put it that way. So, as you all know, a lot of people who know me, I wasn't very popular. Mostly family did my YouTube. But I got views from other places. Apparently now I'm getting people who are copying my stuff and putting it on other websites. I guess that's common. I guess. So I guess that's why I don't have a lot of subs, because my stuff is getting viewed on other websites. But we're here to talk about paranormal, not about me. So my first introduction to paranormal was I was pretty young. I say pretty young, I mean younger than I am now. Was with I believe it was Ghost Adventures. I watched Ghost Adventures before I watched Ghost Hunters, which Ghost Adventures, as you know, one of my earlier YouTubes. Ghost Adventures are a bunch of fakes, in my opinion. Of course, the information that I've gathered about them going to areas that have already been investigated, and provoking the spirits, such like that. But then I watched Paranormal State, if y'all remember the show, Paranormal State. I watched it for a couple of years. Used to like it. I always thought Paranormal State was pretty good until when the guy, so what Jason Haas was talking about on one of his radio programs about them having the ghost hunters sent there and then totally downing the ghost hunters. I was just saying, this is about paranormal, so anybody have any questions, and maybe hopefully I can ask about the paranormal. Hey Duck, hey Simplicity, I'm good. There's gonna be a delay, so. But People's definition of paranormal is different. I want to know what your definition of paranormal is first. Definition of paranormal to me, not that it is stated anywhere, is anything that's abnormal or strange to other people or otherwise known as magic or miracles. In my opinion, they can all be called paranormal, as well as ghosts, fairies, anything not normal is usually called abnormal or paranormal. This month, I did something on fairies, and not a lot of people know about fairies. They all think that fairies fall in the line of the little bitty bug looking things with the wings like pixies, and actual people believe fairies are butterfly wings. There's a difference. Pixies are annoying little buggers. They get in the mischief. That's for paranormal activity. Usually, a ghost absorbs the energy in the room or an object, drops the temperature. Because ghosts, as we know, are all cold. They're spirits. They're made of energy. And there is a reason why they drop the temperature is that they're absorbing the energy in the room. That's why things get cold. I'm not really sure, but that's why. I'm not going to say that's the exact reason why, but that's the reason why I believe is that the ghosts drop the temperature in a room because they absorb the energy in the room. Which, if people know this, the heat from the sun creates energy. Heat is light, light is energy. So if you absorb all the hot air out of something, that room is going to get cold. Same as if you absorb all the energy out of something, it's going to get cold because you're absorbing the heat, which is energy. That's why it gets cold. I hope that explained its simplicity. But usually, it means there's a ghost or paranormal activity is happening because all the energy is being sucked out of the room. Anybody else have another question? Or any more questions from you, Simplicity? Oh, that's good. If that's So paranormal to you, Linda, is anything that cannot be touched or is normally not physical. I'm going to debate on that because some creatures are considered that are living considered paranormal that are physical. But like you said, normally not. But these things are always physical. I'm glad I could answer your question, Simplicity. I do remind you that I am getting this at a delay, and you are getting your answers at a delay. So I do apologize for that. But yes, Linda, that is a good way to look at it. That is a good way to look at it. But then I remind you, every one of us has seen or heard something that is paranormal. Magic can be considered paranormal. Uh, Powers, supernatural can be considered paranormal. It's just a wide gate, sorry, a wide gate. It covers a lot of things, normal and paranormal. But what some people may consider paranormal can be simply considered normal to somebody else. Like Simplicity brought up, and a brought up is that a room's temperature dropping. Okay, one person immediately thinks, okay, that's paranormal activity right there. Another person may think, okay, maybe someone turned their air conditioner on, which would be normal. That would be normal to them. Or they've been there long enough that, yes, this happens a lot, but they've blown it off because they lived there so long. That could be their normal. Uh, that would be considered paranormal, Simplicity, yes. But I don't think one prayer would do that. One praying to Satan isn't going to make that happen. At least I don't think. It would take a lot more than one prayer. They'd also take a sacrifice. Satan usually just doesn't do something just because someone prayed to him. There's got to be a sacrifice involved. And the questions can be as long as you want them to be, but yes, that would be considered paranormal. But this is in my opinion, and it's probably in a lot of people's opinions. So, yes. Hoping I'm answering your questions. I am doing to my best of my ability to do so. But like I was saying, Linda, it all depends on someone's opinion. If it's an everyday thing for somebody, then it's their norm. They're normal. To someone else, it's not. They're normal. So it will be their paranormal. Like Simplicity asked that question she did. Would what she say be paranormal? Maybe not to the person who prayed, but to everybody else, yes, it would be. Classify the faith folk as preternatural. There seems to be in tune with nature and don't usually interact with humans. Not usually, but if you've seen my things on goblins, hobgoblins and brownies do interact with humans. And also the Tommy knockers. They they interact with humans. So a lot of the Fey folk don't, but a majority, a small majority by you do. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, they don't normally like people to see them. They don't, but sometimes they do, or they get seen by accident. Oh, okay. Well, that would make sense. You think that she could have been doing it for a number of years, Simplicity. Okay, that would make sense. Yes. But to her, like I said, is not paranormal. To her, that would be her normal. If she's done it a lot. And that's fine, Linda. I understand what you're saying. But like I was saying, paranormal covers a lot of things. But That's why I like to say there's no normal. There is no normal. There's paranormal and someone's normal. Because Linda's normal may be different from, say, Duck or Simplicity's normal. And Simplicity's normal may be different than yours, Linda, or Duck's normal. Maybe different between y'all. Paranormal is when someone believes, oh, this can't happen. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Linda. Like you said, that right there is your normal, but not, but someone else, that is paranormal. And I know that's a private thing, Linda, so that's why I'm not reading your comment for respect for you. So, yeah. But yeah, there you go. That's normal to you, but to someone else, it's paranormal. There you go. Yes. Yes, please do exercise what Doug said. Exercise extreme caution when dealing with the paranormal because things can go south real fast. Exactly. It can. It can go south real fast, no matter what you're dealing with. That is true with. I'm going to bring up one thing is it's true with the Tommy knockers. You piss them off, and they're going to have a thing collapse on your head. Or piss off the brownies, do the bogey. Hope I said that right. You get one of them. Piss off enough, piss off a ghost, you get a poltergeist. And goblins, you just get a goblin. Just a pissed off goblin. But that's a good thing to have, Linda. You're open minded basically is what you're saying on things. On all things. It's a good way to be. Some people are closed minded. But I'm pretty sure everybody in here in my chat right now is very open minded. Because I know I got a bunch of open minded people. For those who aren't, please do tell me why you're not open minded. There are a lot of things that people can be open minded about, and there's a lot of things that people are closed minded about. The people who are closed minded on the paranormal are hard to get open minded. They're called skeptics. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who've dealt with skeptics before. They always want proof of the paranormal. You could bring a dead, well, you can't bring a dead ghost, because they're already dead, right? You could take them to a haunted house, set them in a haunted house, one of the most haunted houses there is, and they'll come up with a reason of why that bookshelf moved from one position all the way to the other side of the room without anybody but themselves being in it. They'll find a reason, like the house shifted or something, and there's nobody else in the room but them. But they'll find a reason. they'll find a scientific explanation or try to, when there is no actual scientific proof nor evidence that anybody moved it but, say, a ghost or poltergeist. In that respect, it would be a poltergeist. Because poltergeists move objects from one side of the room to the other. That's what I know from my research. So, which I hope y'all watched. Yes, I am going to do this for a solid hour. So if you have more questions, keep them coming. I'm going to do this from 7:30. So keep them coming. But like I said, the skeptics are the people who don't believe. And sometimes they say they want to believe, but they don't. And those people who truly want to believe, I believe, will find what they seek. But it's going to be hard to come by in this day and age to find someone that is not a skeptic. For every 10 believers, there's 9 people who do not believe, who are skeptics. And yes, there are skeptics that watch TV, like Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, who watch these shows just to disprove the fact. I.e., yes, Ghost Hunters would be hard to disprove because all the evidence together, but i.e., Ghost Adventures would be so easy to disprove and to displace everything they have because of the bull crap they put on their show. They're there to entertain. Ghost Hunters, on the other hand, were there to entertain, but also to prove the facts with evidence. If they found nothing, they would go, hey, we're not saying that this is not haunted, but we're saying we caught nothing that night. Ghost Adventures force things to happen. Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures went to this one house. Ghost Adventures did a bunch of crap. They were told, don't do this. They did just to agitate the spirits. They agitated the spirits. They pissed them off. They talked bad about the Ghost Hunters and all this. If you guys watch Ghost Hunters, you know which episode I'm talking about. And bam, Ghost Hunters went back again. Of course, they caught some things. But the person told the Ghost Hunters, if I'm right, that the Ghost Hunters came here. They didn't say my name. This is other crew came here and agitated the spirits. And this dude was afraid to let the Ghost Hunters back because of what the Ghost Adventures did. So you guys can look that up. Feel free. There is a thing, though, that yes, you can provoke spirits into action a good way, and then there's a bad way of doing things. A bad way is what Ghost Hunters did. No, Ghost Adventures did. Sorry. They had this woman walk down the driveway, which they were told not to, dressed like the woman who was killed there. and it agitated the spirits, pissed them off. Good one, Duck. You're right. You have open minded skeptics and closed minded skeptics. Thank you for that. Thank you for helping me out. And you're right. You do. Like you said, the open mind ones can be swayed by evidence. The closed mind ones, which there are a lot of, don't care if you have solid evidence or not. That's true with any and all skeptics. Either be skeptics about cryptids or skeptics about paranormal. Um, depends on where you buy it. You buy it at a yard sale. If it's open, then yes, they've used it and it could have an attacked spirit. But if you buy one brand new, I'm pretty much doubtful on that one. I hope that answers your question, Simplicity. But you're right, Doug. You're 100% right on that one. Of course, that comes with a lot of people too who believe that, yeah, this is going to be right and this is going to be wrong. And my suggestion to you, Simplicity, do not buy a Ouija board or Ouija, whichever you want to call it. There's different ways of saying it. But do not do that. Don't get into that. But Ouija boards or Ouija, they can cause havoc if the door is not closed properly. I believe they do tell you how to open it, and I believe they tell you how to close it. Because you have to close it. If you don't close it, and a spirit that has been summoned can get into your apartment or house or whatever you're in and wreak havoc. That can be either a demonic spirit or a poltergeist, which are mainly women, or shadow person. Oh God, there's so many. But you can let a demon out. And most of them, of the demons, take a form of a child. Because people are connected to children. Adults and kids will interact with the child. If an adult hears a child crying, they will try to comfort that child. That's just how it is. That's why demons take the form of children. Now, ghosts, on the other hand, can not possess a normal person unless that person is sensitive. Sensitive being a medium, I believe. Well, I hope I answered your question, Simplicity. But there are other things at a paranormal, like healers, for example, these are people who can touch people and heal them. Neither be a physical wound or a mental scarring or nerves. They can heal with energy, life energy. They also can absorb life energy, but I wouldn't call them energy vampires. Let's not get into that. We're in a paranormal, not anything to do with vampires or werewolves. Werewolves I will talk about, but vampires, that's been done. But speaking about the paranormal, have any of y'all seen a ghost take physical form? That means face, a face, a body, and legs. I don't mean black. I don't mean shadow people. I don't mean a shadow on the wall. I mean like your eye, not a fog or anything like that. Not talking about me, talking about y'all. Have any of y'all? I'm waiting. Duck, you have Linda? A full body apparition. I would love to hear about this. Please do share if you're able to, if you're not in any under contract or obligation with anybody else. Not talking about that simplicity. So tell me, what have you seen? Man, woman, child? What? Hmm? How about you, Simplicity? You ever seen a ghost? An apparition, full body apparition? Most Native American that would be standing in the backyard. Oh. So you saw, if it's okay for me to read this out loud. I'm not gonna read it unless you say I can. Okay. Silhouette. That counts. Put it out there. Ask him to type it out when and where. All right. This is what Linda said. Okay. She said, I have seen several actually, but the one that stands out the most is this Native American that would be standing in the backyard of the house I grew up in. This is what Linda said now. He would stand there in the yard, and then I could see an image of a fire, and he would point to it. And when I would look away, he would disappear. Well, go ahead, Duck. Put it out there. Okay, Simplicity said Paul, this is, I believe, her husband, said he's seen an older man died in a house, and 2 years before he moved there. That's when he saw it. Okay. All right, Duck. Put it out there. This is going good, guys. This is going real good. Having fun. I can't really say mine because everybody knows what mine is, and I don't even think it's on YouTube anymore. Okay, you're trying? All right. I'll let you do the typing while, if anybody has any questions while I'm waiting on Duck, please do ask. This is about paranormal. If I can answer it, I'll answer it. I won't answer any private questions. Only paranormal ones. Oh, Luxor, Arkansas, 10 years old. He was getting up to the bathroom and he was walking towards him. Wow. Wow, that is creepy. Thank you, Simplicity. That is very creepy. That would be scary to anybody. That would be very scary to anybody. Sorry to clean my glasses. Okay, Okay, Duck. You say you've seen about 23 different spirits in your house. Okay. Tell me one of the creepiest experiences you had with one of these with one of these spirits. Sorry. Apologies to the spirits out there. Okay, what's the creepiest one? Uh, Linda, I think yours is kind of creepy, but that also might mean something though, because he pointed to fire. You might want to look that up. Okay. Simplicity says, when I was 9, I saw a figure that was green with black hair covered in white garment with a jewel around its neck, and it scared your cat. How tall was this? Can you estimate? Like, was it as tall as your cat? Or was it as tall as you were? Green figure with a black hair cover. Huh. Well, there you go. That's what it meant, Linda. He was telling you to get out. Sorry about the cough, guys. Here. Yeah, we know this for those who know. Oh, you grew up in a house, so that's not paranormal to you. That's your normal, huh? Wow. See? That proves my point. Someone's normal and someone else is paranormal. And someone else is paranormal and someone else is normal. I brought up a good subject today, didn't I? I do apologize. I don't have music like some people. I don't have anybody else to talk to but y'all. Not anymore, apparently. So it's just you and me, guys. That's all it is. And that's all I need. That's how I started. And that's how I wanted to be for a while. But it's kind of strange, though, is that what everybody perceives as paranormal is different than, say, duck. You know that's your normal. But to simplicity, that's paranormal. So the thing's about 10 inches shorter, maybe shorter, screen. Lay it on your bedroom floor about 10 inches. So it was only 10 inches tall? Sounds like a hobgoblin to me. Of course, the only things that I know that are green, yeah, hobgoblin. They're a little freaky. So they weren't so full to you. Okay, Linda. So full body apparitions, they weren't common, but you have seen them. Freaky. Okay, name one of the freakiest things that happened to you in your house. If you want to, Duck, go ahead. I gotta hear this. You've lived in there so long. I gotta hear one. Huh? Yeah, like I said, simplicity. That sounds like a hobgoblin to me. They're creepy like that. I believe they're the only ones that I know of that are green, or they dress in green. And so much information. And it is quite a quandary that you got there, Linda. So the one that stood out the most was that Indian, and he had basically told you that you need to get out, or a fire was going to happen, and a fire did happen a year later. Hmm. Well, somebody left, but there's only been two people talking, so three people talking. So it's basically the people who are talking are the ones that are still here, or two. Somebody must have left that was talking because there was someone here waiting, and that was apparently me. And I've done more with less. So as I was saying, paranormal activity. Not talking about the movie. I've never seen the movie. Um, happens everywhere, no matter what country. As we all know, I mean, it's Japan. All of them have ghosts or demons in every country around the world. All things cause paranormal activity. All the things that did or do. Either be yeah, that would scare me too, simplicity. If I was that young it would. So Linda, what was the most common thing that happened? Stood out. Well, there's a werewolf. Sure, that was definitely an apparition. See it through it could it to start with, then it solidified as it moved, disappearing again later. Wow, Linda, what happened when you first saw that? Okay, okay, Duck. Two men tried to get into your shed, and something grabbed one of them and lifted him 3 feet off the ground and shook him and threw. Oh man! Oh, that had to hurt. It reminds me of this. Oh man, I saw it years ago. I'm hoping I remember it right. About this guy, he had. Okay, thank you, Simplicity, for not leaving me on here. Wow, that reminds me of this one TV show. There was this guy. He's going out to his. This is in London. Going out to his garage, and he was gonna go. I think he was gonna get to his car. His car wasn't there, and chased them up the alley, and they didn't come back. Hey, I wouldn't blame them. I would not blame them if one guy got through 3 feet in the air and didn't see what happened. I would be gone too. I wouldn't come back to your house, man. Remind me never to visit you. The most common thing, this is Linda, was an older woman that would sit in the rocking chair and rock all night long. You could see her sometimes, but she would never be fully corporal. So she would never be fully there. Like you would, like as in maybe half of her, like her upper body would be there, but not her legs. Something like that. Wow, guys. You guys should write a book. Both of you guys should write a book on your old houses. That I would buy it. Especially Duck, you living with what you live with. I can see why yours is the only one that's never been broken into. I wouldn't want to come in your house if something's gonna throw me 3 feet in the air, Duck. Creature that I saw kind of freaked you out. Kind of freaked you out, huh? But it was so used to seeing things like that, it didn't bother me. That's strange, Linda. You can see her face or arm. Okay, so maybe her face or an arm, so you would know she's there, but she'd never fully appear. Okay. And that's good storytelling right there. You too, Duck. Blissy, you did some good ones too. But wow, Linda, Duck, seriously, write a book or diary or something, guys. This stuff is funny but scary. I'm never coming to your house, Duck. A fear of getting thrown out the window. Linda, let's never visit your old. Oh, it's burnt down now, but let's never visit that space. Because ghosts tend to move on, yes, after a place is burned down, but sometimes they do follow the people. Oh, okay, have the stuff you typed in the phone won't send. I understand that, Duck. Understand that. That happens to me too. I mean, my phone will freeze up, or whatever I send won't send. That's why sometimes I'll be on my phone and I'll get a comment from Duck or Linda or even Simplicity, and I'll try to send it, but it doesn't register or it won't send at all. It's kind of messed up that way. YouTube needs to actually do some actual updates that actually work. instead of useless updates that don't do nothing for some reason. I'm looking at the time. Okay, one more for simplicity. She says, "Oh, the spooks won't let us in." Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense, Duck. I mean, they do have a lot of energy to keep things. Depending on well, from where you live at, I'm pretty sure they gonna do just stop anything they don't want to be sent. Okay, this is what simplicity says. She says she remembered living in Kansas. There was an old coffee pot kept percolating by itself. They never used it. I think Duck and Simplicity lived near the same place. Cause she's got a when she lived in Kansas, there was a cold coffee pot that did not stop percolating, and they never used it. It just cut on by itself. That sounds about something that would happen at Duck's house. Have you ever had something like that happen? Oh, so it's the paranormal subject. That's they don't want you telling what you got. What's happening? They know something, Duck. They know something. They know what you're doing. That's what it sounds like. I'm not doing it to tease you or anything, but that's what I'm saying. They know what you're doing. They know what you're talking about. They know you're talking about them. And as we know, we ghosts don't like you talking about them. Spirits don't like you talking about them. Well, guys, it's 7:30. It's been a complete hour, and I would like to stay more, but it's getting late, and I don't want Duck's phone to mess up on him. So I'm gonna say with clear heart, good luck, good night. God bless.